Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the VS Phase 2 Grand Final. Orlando Pirates versus Limitless. This is the big boy that we've been waiting for. They have, of course, played before this in one of the rounds, but this is the final. It is the best of 7 for Phase 2. Now, remember, there is a Phase 3 as well, which we will come across in a few weeks' time. But until then, we do have tonight, which is the one big game. So we're really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that we get some good gameplay. Hoping for a 7-7 match, of course, and not a sweep of any sort. But of course, we've got Limitless and Orlando Pirates, so both of them massive teams, and I'm sure they'll give us a good viewing. For me, though, that is not the biggest news tonight. The biggest news is the person we are casting alongside, which is one of my icons and definitely someone that I'm hoping to be good friends with for a long time, and that is Mr. Greybeard himself. So, without further ado, let's quickly welcome in Mr. Greybeard. How are you doing, sir?
Yo, Dutch, how cool is it to? I'm very good. Some late night casting, late Sunday night casting on your channel, which is fabulous, and I'm really thrilled you're taking to this casting thing, and importantly, getting some eyeballs onto the VS Gaming, because probably, VS Gaming have been around a long time. They've done quite a bit for the community over the years. But man, they haven't been good at shining a light on their own tournament. So I'm thrilled that you're at least making that effort.
Yeah, no, that is the whole idea, is because VS has been around for a while, and they have, opened the opportunity for so many teams to take part in something bigger. Obviously, not everyone making it to RLCS. And I felt, there isn't enough communication about this. There's not enough knowledge about VS, which is why I took it on myself to, why not? Let's stream it. I mean, I'm looking at getting into casting. I want to be a streamer, so, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to the game tonight. We've had a few games, obviously, on stream before, but tonight is the big boy, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is. I haven't. News broke a few weeks ago that Shadow would be making his way over from Apex onto Orlando Pirates. Pretty much a straight swap because Eli is going over to Apex. And I was chatting with Snowy about, I said, how much of an impact do you think it's going to have on the team? And Snowy really rates Shadow. So I haven't had a chance to see him perform with the Orlando Pirates team. I know they had a demolition on your stream a few days ago, a week ago, against Nexa. I think it was a 3-0 sweep. So that's a pretty big statement on its own.
Yeah, absolutely. They did have, as you say, the 3-0 against Nixa. After that, they went on to beat White Rabbit Gaming as well as Bird. So, I mean, Orlando Pirates have had a long journey to get here. Limitless, not so much. Obviously, Limitless have had the upper hand in all the upper bracket matches. But Orlando Pirates fell down to the lower bracket and worked their way back up.
Did they fall to the lower bracket at the hands of Limitless, or was it another team that sent them down?
Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes. So Orlando Pirates beat Cardinals and White Rabbit in the upper bracket, but then went on to lose against Limitless 3-1.
Okay.
Which beat them down to the lower bracket, where they then took on Nixa and WRG and Bird and made their way back to the grand final.
Well, here's the tough question now for you, Dutch. Did the team that lost to Limitless 3-1, was that with Shadow, or was that before Shadow joined the team?
That was with Shadow.
Okay,
Shadow has been in the team the whole time. Yeah.
Okay, so then they've had a couple of weeks then to sort of iron out their get the team chemistry going, and that's very key. I mean, obviously Orlando Pirates took a hit when To Die For left and joined Snowy and Darth, and then they brought on Eli, and I think for me it was an issue of chemistry. They just couldn't work it out between them. So another thing I'm going to be looking out for is how are they working, gelling, meshing, coming together as a team. It's not just you don't want to just be three good individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. Orlando Pirates have definitely shown their quality though with the addition of Shadow, but at the same time, Limitless, they've had a basically flawless campaign so far in Phase 2, winning every single one of their matches. And I mean, they've come up against Red Crown, they've come up against Bird as well as Orlando Pirates and beaten all of them.
We know who's on Bird. I'm trying to remember who Bird is. I kind of.
Let me have a double check on Bird quickly. Bird is Gold Ninja, Josho, and Zeph.
Gold Ninja, Josho, and Zeph. So Gold Ninja, Josho. Okay. Okay, I knew it was familiar for some reason because Josho's team used to be Fish. So now they've left the water and in the sky. So they've gone from Fish to Bird. Okay, I knew there was a weird sort of thing about that. Okay, got it. All right. So, well, I mean, look, RLCS fires up again in 3 weeks' time. So, I mean, this is a prelude for that. In particular, the Orlando Pirates Nexa. I mean, those are the two teams realistically that are battling for that second wildcard slot. So Doing well, very important. And then since you seem to know everything about you certainly seem to know more about VS than most people. I find the whole format a little bit confusing. I had it explained to me. I know there's a phase 3.
Yes.
So oh my God, I was going to ask you a very interesting question about that, which completely slipped me, but it was along the lines of when does phase, the third and final phase of this almost year-long league of VSs start?
So phase 2 is concluding tonight. The official date of phase 3 hasn't quite been released yet. Let me just go back in my
that's fine.
with Roms, because he did send me an overview of the general dates and times. Let me just double check it quickly. That being said, we do have Drew Moment. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Puts us on 200. Let's go. Mr. Drew told us that if he's not wrong, both Limitless and Orlando Pirates are using subs tonight.
Ooh.
That is interesting.
I know Snowy's not in town. And who is it? Chase that's the current sub for Limitless. Hold on, I got to check that out. Who we got in the lobby? We got Cam, we got Dutch, Nuke. I don't know if Nuke is Orlando Pirates or Limitless.
I think he's Limitless. Orlando Pirates, we've got Shadow, Cam, and Happy Meal. So Orlando Pirates is the original.
So they've got their whole team. But okay, so Nuke is playing for Snowy. Well, that's kind of interesting.
That is very interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Phase 3 starts on the 17th of May.
Okay, so that
is the official
Oh,
date.
my word. So that's RLCS on the 12th of May. And then they start a week late. Okay, so these are going to be. That's a lot of Rocket League for these top teams, which is not a bad thing, because then you don't have. It's not just all about the scrims. There's actual competition going. So I think that's a good thing.
100%. Yep, 100%. And a Nuke is the new Limitless sub, according to Drew.
Yes, that is correct. So
that is correct.
Replaced Chase. Okay. Well, good for Nuke. He gets to show his stuff. Let's see how he goes.
It looks like the players are ready, so we're just waiting for that little signal to tell us that the game starts, and then we'll switch over.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. I can't tell you which team is going to win. Limitless obviously has a very, very good run in this series so far, in this competition, but they're playing with a sub, which can change a lot of things.
Well, here's my thing. I mean, because on any day it would be Limitless are going to win it. Which is not always true, but it's true in most cases. But now with the sub, I don't know if Limitless have spent any time even training with their sub, or if he's just sort of been drafted in. They're like, okay, follow instructions, try keep up. I don't know. I have no idea what instructions he's been given.
Yeah, it is going to be very interesting. It's the first we've heard of the sub, so we're definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the team, honestly.
Yeah.
But the game is starting, so let's switch over to the gameplay screen so that we can see what these players are doing.
All right, well, so Orlando Pirates in the blue. Limitless in the orange. And I see To Die For still rocking the cola nameplate rather than To Die For. I don't know what that inside joke was, but there we go.
For some reason, my game capture isn't working.
Oh no! All right, well, while you sort that out. There we go. There we go. We're in. Just got to press H twice. There we go. There we go. We have a game. You've missed nothing in the opening 20 seconds. Everyone's. I don't know how much they've played today, but here we go. To Die For or Cola. Oh no, hold on. Have I got
Cola
is Cola the other one?
So we've got Cola, Cherry, and Nuke. So Cola and Cherry must be
Cola,
To Die For.
Cola
and
is To Die For, and Cherry is Darth, and Nuke is Nuke. Cola, Cherry, Nuke. Right.
Cola, Cherry, Nuke.
Oh, here we go. Opportunity.
Update my list here.
All right, I haven't been paying attention now. I'm gonna watch. Okay. Oh, I thought that was all done. The substitute Nuke comes flying in, gets the clear, and now he's done very well for the rebound. Oh, he got the save, took it up the wall, passed it off the backboard, and Cherry polishes it off.
That There's a really good clear there from Nuke, and Cherry Red all the way, just goes straight up towards the backboard and gets a good dunk in there. Nice early goal here for Limitless.
All right, and there was good pressure from Orlando, but the counter devastating from Limitless, and now a mistake from Happy Meals going to open up another opportunity. Cola up, Shadow, there we go, the new man on the Orlando Pirates team, intercepts, almost setting something up, and but for now they just keep it to the 1 goal deficit.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the pressure that Orlando Pirates are keeping up here. Even though Limitless has scored first, it seems like Orlando Pirates just have a bit more on the upper hand with clearing the ball downfield and trying to get a shot on net.
But Orlando Pirates have been a little untidy in their plays going forward. They haven't quite linked up, not getting clean touches on the ball to set up those attacking plays, even though, as you've pointed out, they have been quite able, have had a lot of success in getting the ball in and around that final third of Limitless. But just not the polish to finish. The pass to the middle as I talk. There we go. A delicious pass into the middle, and Cam with a blistering finish.
That's a really good pass there from Shadow. Just an unfortunate clearance from Cherry, just playing it straight towards Shadow. A great pass, great vision, and Cam just there to slot it in.
All right.
Some good pressure here from Nuke on Cam. Cherry is here to help him out. Plays it out of the corner, plays it into the middle, but Shadow's just there to clear it out. Now it's a 2v1. Shadow and Happy Meal trying to take on Cola. Cola, cool as you like, just holding his ground, making sure that ball doesn't pass him.
Well, a feature of Limitless's play is their willingness to play a very high line. They play very, very high up when they're in attack, and they have such confidence in their ability of their third man to do enough to slow things down. But they're going to get caught out there, and that's twice as I'm talking about the negative side of a team. We see, or a positive side in this case, it gets undone. They don't get back in time, and the long distance shot from Cam, and Orlando Pirates go in front.
Yeah, you're being hit with the commentator's curse tonight, Craig. Yeah, twice in quick succession. But what a shot from Cam, though. It was really, really hard and accurate and straight into the net. No chance for any of the Limitless defenders to get back there.
All right, pop forward, but kind of to nowhere, and Cam can bang it forward. I think he would want to have kept possession, or at least have one of his teammates get up there to help the shot of the backboard. My word, the angle was almost there, and it was neither a pass nor a real shot, and nothing comes of it. And now they got to fight. Now they find themselves defending.
It comes back to what I was saying earlier about the pressure that Orlando Pirates puts on. They just try and keep the ball in the orange half, making the Limitless players a little bit uncomfortable with attempting to get it out. That being said, they have held it pretty well, and it is 2-1, but it could very well be 4-2.
All right, Shadow doing some defense there. Make sure it's out. It's right in front of the net. Cola, a.k.a. to die for, making zero mistake there. Shadow gets something of a clear, but it got a touch, I think, on Nuke on its way out, which kept the ball in play, brought back in 2-2.
That's a nice little fake there as well to put the defender off and open the net up completely. Very good team play there from Limitless.
And so far, I've got to say, I'm impressed with the work Nuke is doing, and I know, I think there's huge value in playing with players who are better than you. I know if I get 2 carries on a team, I seem to play out of my mind. You just push to be better. But so far he hasn't looked like a drain on resources.
No, it definitely looks like he slots in well. These guys clearly know each other, so even though it's news to us, it's probably not news to them. So absolutely good play to him, and we hope to see more of him in the coming future. I mean, with as you say, with RLCS coming up in phase 3 of VS, we're definitely going to need the use of substitutions, and good ones at that.
Well, I don't know. I think Limitless's preference is definitely to have their A roster in the game. I mean, although for Limitless it's slightly different given their position. I mean, they would have to perform history's worst choke to to not make worlds through the wild card. I mean, they're so far ahead right now, and maybe there is scope and room for Nuke to have a run. But knowing the three players, I think they want to lock down that A roster, and it looks like we're gonna have overtime unless Shadow with the 0-second. Cam, who had 2 goals, and now with the deciding pass into the middle.
Wow, that is a real Justin moment. It's almost in the identical place to that infamous goal from Justin and NRG. But what a placement from Shadow. Very well played to him to get that 0-second goal.
The 0-second goal, one of the immensely satisfying for the winning team, obviously, but incredibly annoying for Limitless. It must be, because kind of trying to settle into their work with the sub, and we're going to go to overtime, and they would dearly have loved to take game 1. I mean, it'd be such a massive advantage to take that game with your sub, but now they're battling from behind.
Yeah, it seemed from very early on in this game that Limitless came with a stronger gameplay. They really had the ball in the opponent's half more. They got the early goal, of course. They played really well, but then Orlando Pirates really buckled down and just, made the comeback, and it worked out for them.
All right, and just a reminder, I guess this is a best of 7, so it's the full marathon. So game 1 in best of 7s, I don't want to say that they're irrelevant, but they're certainly not an accurate predictor, or it's not good to use game 1 as a sign of things to come. Things can change, so lots of room for Limitless to sort themselves out. Nice work from Nuke.
The first game in any series, best of 5 or best of 7, is generally, between most teams, it is to feel out the other team, to see where are we at, mechanics wise, where are we at. As I said, what a nice little redirect there from Cola, or to Die For, I believe. Nice pass there from Cherry, and just a slot in from To Die For. Nice, again, early goal here from Limitless. Do they hold on this time, though?
Well, let's see. It's an early goal, long time to hang on. If I know Limitless, they're going to want to... they're not the sort of team to sit back on a lead. They want to get 2-3 goals, so to make it really hard. And once you got 3, then they can control the play and let Orlando Pirates try and force the game while they control. What a touch forward, but Happy Meal reads it solidly. Can finds it on the wall. He's going to be looking for Shadow, or will he go to load? He does go to load. Flip reset, but Cola up to the Jedi mind tricks. And look at that. So what was that? It's touch and save.
That's a nice little breezy there from Cola on the side wall. Very, very interesting mechanic to see between these two teams. But we don't always want to see the basics. We want to see some flair every now and then. And that was a really good showing there from To Die For. Orlando Pirates just fighting for their lives to keep this ball out of their net. And Limitless pushing everything they have to get that second goal, as you mentioned. Just trying to get some, a cushion in this game, as you will.
Yeah, well, they do like the 3-4 goal advantage, and they like to get it by suffocating their opposition. They weren't able to do much of that in game 1, but it seems like they're starting to find their old tricks here. Oh, look, you know what? The high-level plays always... There was that redirect straight down looking for the net, but... Cherry knew exactly what was what and read the shot. And now Cherry, speaking of him, and I'm going to call him Darth Cherry. Darth Cherry takes the goal, second for Limitless in the bag.
That is the cushion that Limitless were hoping for, because now they've got 2-0. It's still 3 minutes to go, but they've got a little bit more room now just to really tie this game down and make sure that Orlando Pirates don't score or eventually win this game.
Yeah.
Good play from Limitless to get that second goal nice and early on.
Yeah, it's going to make them feel better, but they're going to be pushing hard. Yeah, here comes Darth Cherry. Oh, he's down off the ceiling. I don't think he's going to get to it. Nuke, though, will pick it up. Can he keep it in? Shadow via the ceiling. Might go all the way, but Cola, so much is said about this to Cola for as a mechanical player, but his defensive work is just astonishing. And there he was, doing duty at the back, making sure nothing comes. Banger of a shot from Happy Meal. I think that might have been backheeled into the net by the goalie.
Definitely was. Unfortunately, Nuke just gets up just a little too late and gets an unfortunate touch into his own net. But what a banger anyway from Happy Meal. It's a really good passing play between Orlando Pirates players, and he just finishes it off with a shot towards the crossbar.
Oh my, that was everyone running around the ball in the center circle. But it does finally clear, and it's over toward the Orlando Pirates goal line. They will have an opportunity to get out. Cherry goes flying past the ball. Past the ball, past the camera, and it's an Orlando Pirates attack looking for the pass. Happy Meal with the shot. But again, a Limitless reading the passing play and getting in front of the shot.
Yeah, Orlando Pirates are now pushing everything they have to get that second goal. To just remind Limitless that, you know, we're not the easy opponent that you used to from the games before this, and we want to take game 2 as well. But that being said, Limitless is still 1 goal up, and they seem to be quite steady in their defensive work, as you mentioned, especially to die for, or Cola in this game, has played very well in defense. What a dunk there, though, from Cherry. Unfortunately, Cam tried to clear it out towards the left, and Cherry read him all the way. Or Darth. Cherry Darth.
Was absolutely savage. I mean, that ball was traveling, and he read it from some distance and put that car in front of the anticipated flight path. Done beautifully. Limitless back with their 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it is now up to Limitless to just hold on in this game. They've got just over a minute left, and I would rather focus on not conceding than scoring more goals at this stage.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not a pro and they are, so their decision-making goes
I was
first.
just thinking that you and I, and we had the pleasure of teaming up the other day, which was a lot of fun. But I never try. Listen, I try to sound clever when I'm casting, but I'm very aware that the decision-making that I would make is a light year away from what these guys do.
That was a nice mechanic to see as well there. Cherry has an open net, which all but seals this match for Limitless. Just a little miscontrol there from Shadow, and Happy Meal just couldn't get to the ball.
Yeah, and I think, I'm not sure, I didn't get the feeling the attempted clear pass from Shadow high on the ceiling is not exactly what he wanted until it came down off the ceiling, and Happy was very awkward, realized he wasn't going to get there and couldn't really, caught in no man's air, you know, trying to half a ball, trying to get the shot. Cola looking for the flip, reset, doesn't take it, turns into a fake, but no one there for the tap and finish. Not that it would have mattered as a goal, since Limitless pretty much, even if they concede now, are going to have a lock on the second game.
It's definitely been a much better showing here from Limitless. As you said, the first game is not all that important. Obviously, in a best of 7, they've got plenty of time to turn things around, which they have in this very match. And it's a very, very good showing from Limitless. Brings us to a 1-1 in the best of 7.
Yeah, well, things even now. It's a best of 5, what everybody's used to. So, but now it starts to become important, right? I mean, whoever loses the next game, not the end of the world, not a train smash, but it's a little more uncomfortable than losing game 1 in the best of 7.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what happens in game number 3. Mr. Flex, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome. So now we go to game number 3.
And I got to tell you, Dutch, this is making me so itchy for RLCS. It's like, man, oh man, it feels like we've crossed the desert, and I'm on my, you know, those old cartoons, the guy with the half pants and no shirt. He's almost died of thirst, and there's the oasis just over the next hill. We're so close. Just watching these two teams, this high-level play is just a delight.
Yeah, it's absolutely a great experience for us as casters, for the viewers, as well as for the players. I mean, you know, Nuke getting his first outing here for Limitless, and just, you know, it's not just any outing, right? It's playing against second seed at this stage. Well, I mean, that is arguably between Orlando Pirates and Nixa, but yeah, it's a great experience for all of us, and I'm also like super excited for RLCS. I mean, this is the kind of quality that we're going to see more and more, and yeah, Limitless having already basically secured that #1 spot for the wildcard to go to Worlds, you know,
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates could be that second slot.
They certainly could be, and yeah, I don't think there's a player in the country who wouldn't love the experience of being out there on the pitch with, as a Limitless player. I mean, what great experience for Nuke, playing with the best team in the country, playing against arguably the second, certainly another top 3 team. I mean, man, oh man, this is going to do his Rocket League career a huge justice. But Shadow has absolutely dunked here as Darth Cherry tries to get the ball out, and Shadow just gets above it and smacks it in. Pirates in front.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate for the Limitless players, but Shadow just read it all the way, and really good dunk there from him, making sure that they get a relatively early goal. I mean, it's still 3.5 minutes. That being said, though, Cam immediately doubles up for the 2-0. Nice little play here from Happy Meal towards Shadow on the sidewall. Plays a good pass in the middle, and Cam just makes sure that he's there to slot it home. Cola just doesn't get there, and that's 2-0.
One of those shining team play moments, just fantastic. And look at this, Orlando Pirates a two-goal lead, and if they win here, they've already done better than the game that sent them to the lower bracket against Limitless, where it was 3-1. Oh, Cola being bullied and shoved around, manhandled. Nuke, what a save, keeps it out, but the pressure not done yet. Cola, look at that, off the wall, will get the clear now. And then Dutch, I don't know if you saw the message in chat that your voice is a little low.
I did try and fix that now,
okay.
So it should be pretty level.
Alternatively, you can just turn me down.
Don't give away the tricks of the trade, Greybeard.
Ooh, nearly a third there. Jeez, Orlando Pirates are bossing this game. They are shoving Limitless around in their own half. It's quite a turnaround. Great to see. And the pass to Cam. Cam's up behind it. Nuke can't get to save, and it's in. 3 goals, a trifecta for Orlando Pirates.
Oh man, Orlando Pirates are indeed just bossing this game. They took the loss in the previous game. It turned it around. What a play from Orlando Pirates. 3 goals to the good. Limitless need to get a response here. Otherwise, we might see Orlando Pirates see this game out. As you said, from game number 3, it starts becoming a bit more important now.
Well, Orlando Pirates are now in the position where they don't need to rush. They don't need to force anything. And now Limitless have got to push. Are they going to get one here? They do. Oh, dearie, how many times have we seen this? It takes ages to score one, and then they come in a bit of a clatter. It was a bit of a goal line scramble. Madness on the goal line, but Limitless now back into it. And now they have hope and a tiny bit of momentum. Never mind. It's not in. I thought that was in all day.
Oh man, that was too close for comfort there for Limitless. They really didn't want to see that go in. Luckily for them, the post acted as a 4th defender. And it is still 3-1.
Alrighty, well, they're holding on for now, and they are in the ascendancy. They are in the attack. Darth Cherry doesn't get a great clear, but they have finagled it over to the blue side. But for how long? Cam trying to change things, does very, very well. There's been a bumper demo. It's argy-bargy, but the end result is that Orlando Pirates are still in the attacking position. They are still in front of Limitless's net, and they want to do that for as long as possible. Burn the seconds and take game 3.
Orlando Pirates are definitely taking the best form of defense is attack at this stage. Just trying to keep up the pressure and stopping Limitless from even entering their half. Just really just making sure that they don't get the opportunity to score another goal. It's a really, really solid performance here from Orlando Pirates.
Nice work from Nuke. Cola's going to try bring it into the middle. Nobody from Limitless there to tap it in. You feel if they're going to contest this game, they had to get that in. And now Cam on the other side, a terrifying side, doesn't get there. Happy Meal with a finish. And that, gosh, on
Oh, Greybeard, we seem to have lost you there to an internet connection, but what a play here from Happy Meal. Sees the shot from Cam. Cam just gets it off the backboard and goes straight to Happy Meal, who just slots it home.
Yo, I just had a weird moment. All my monitors turned off, so I was like out of everything for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Holy moly. Okay, I thought something had gone catastrophically wrong, but what a performance here from Orlando Pirates. It's been great to see. And probably the big takeaway for me here, oh my God, Shadow, is during the first split, they got a lot better in the second split of RLCS, but they were just not gelling, and there was so much uncertainty in the team. And I was talking about how I wanted to see the chemistry of the team. They are looking so much more. There's so much more cohesion with the three of these, and the way they're looking, this is danger times. We are going to have an epic split with the battle between Orlando Pirates and Nexa.
Yeah, Orlando Pirates have definitely made a good acquisition in Shadow. He's been a solid performer for them throughout this phase 2 of VS, and what a performance again tonight from him so far. Absolutely the best signing I think they could have made in a long time.
All right, well, it is Orlando Pirates who take game 1 of the best of 5 after it was 1-1 in the first 2 games. So 2-1 to Orlando Pirates. And again, like they did, they took game 1, they've taken game 3. So once again, Limitless are going to have to fight game 4 from the disadvantaged view, from behind. They're chasing the series right now, which is not a place they're entirely used to. It's not something they see a lot of.
Yeah, absolutely. Limitless has usually been the team to go up in the first couple games and make sure that they win any series that they go into. But yeah, for Orlando Pirates, definitely good showing in game number 3. And I mean, if they win this one, then they're on match point, which is definitely something Limitless will want to avoid. So I'm expecting to see a whole lot more physical play in this game number 4 from the Limitless players.
Now, it does raise the question for me of the sub Nuke, because, you know, he doesn't want to come out and play for Limitless and they lose. Like, you know, Limitless hardly ever loses, but when he's on the team, they lose. And I wonder if that's playing in his mind at all, of going, oh man, because if they do lose, you just know that the statement's going to be, Limitless had their sub. And that's just more annoying than anything. So I wonder if Nuke has even thought of that, or if he's just out there jamming.
I'm hoping for his sake that he hasn't thought of that, because as a player in a competitive scene, you want to have as clear a mind as possible. As I said, Shadow just gets in there and immediately puts what we just said all into doubt. But great little player from Cam off the backboard. Shadow still had 2 defenders to deal with, but puts it straight in. But yeah, what you were saying about Nuke is I'm really hoping for him that hasn't crossed his mind, and that he is just doing everything that he can. And I mean, every sub has to make a debut, right? So we're better than the most stressful situation that you can be in.
Yeah. And look, I mean, this is phase 2 of 3 phases, so a lot of road for Limitless to still go, and this is not going to be a catastrophe for them by any means. But a loss is a loss. You don't want to be losing. It's just, you know, winning is a habit, and you know, Snowy with Orlando Pirates and now with Limitless, they have a long tradition of just being in the habit of winning. So, but having said that, they did lose the last regional.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that Orlando Pirates are still ruining the loss against Limitless in the upper bracket of phase 2, where they went 3-1 down in the best of 5. So they are back here just to remind Limitless that they're not easy opponents and that they've come out to play.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna walk the final distance to Worlds. You're gonna have to graft. You're gonna have to show up there. You're gonna have to. And listen, I think Limitless are very aware of the work they've got to put in, because for them it's not just about Worlds. It's not just about wildcard. It's getting through wildcard into Worlds. So they want to be on top form every time they're out there.
And it's been a very good defensive showing here from Orlando Pirates in this game number 4. Limitless pushing everything they have to try and get this game to 1-1. and hopefully get a win so that we have a 2-2 in the tie. But right now, Orlando Pirates don't seem bothered. They are just holding onto the ball and making sure it doesn't go in their net.
Yeah, we just saw a play though. Nuke did very well, kind of got a pass in and got a demo, but both Darth Cherry and Tukolafor were in their own half. It was so surprising. I'm not sure what had happened just before, if they'd both gone back for boost or what the issue was, but you would think they'd want to be quite aggressive here. And the path had been open for them, but no one there to take advantage. A miss now by Shadow might open things up. Nuke is contesting, looking for someone to pass to. Bounces, African bouncer into the middle. No one there. Cola tries to keep it in. Cherry's up. Down off the backboard, tries to just push it back in, but lovely read from Shadow to get in the way, and now they can mount an attack of their own.
It's been a really stressful defensive situation for Orlando Pirates in the last 30 seconds or so. But they came out swinging, and luckily they still haven't conceded a goal, which must be frustrating for Limitless, as it is only a 1-goal lead, which you know, on paper should be easy enough to bring back. But Orlando Pirates is doing everything they can to try and hold the ball out and making sure that they take game number 4.
There is an interesting...
I almost said 3 now. We almost made the same mistake.
There's an interesting... Oh, no, Cola putting that wide. An interesting point to cover. There was chat. Is that going to go in? No, of course not. Cams is there. He gets it away. Shadow will complete the clear. The play... Is that in? The players were chatting before the game started. And it's interesting in the format. Usually when there's a double elimination bracket, the team that makes it all the way... in the upper bracket, which Limitless have. Happy Meal! Gonna put the kibosh on it, 2-0. They've probably got a lock on it now. Usually the team that makes the final through the upper bracket either has a game advantage, or the team coming from the lower bracket has to have a bracket reset, and it doesn't seem like either of those are applicable here, which is a little bit of a surprise. So Limitless getting no advantage for not losing and making it to the final in the upper bracket.
Yeah, this is the same conversation I actually had with Roms from VS himself, and he went to look at the rules, and it seems like it was just a setup in the rules itself that excluded the bracket reset or the game advantage. It was literally just listed as a single best of 7, which is unfortunately a little unfair to Limitless, who've done so well and won every series that they've played in the phase 2 double eliminations. But yes, yeah, as you say, it should be a reset if they were to lose the first best of 7.
Yeah, well, I mean, because now there's the very real possibility. There's 3-1. There's Orlando Pirates on the cusp of a series victory. So if Limitless are to prevail here, we're going to have to see Game 7.
Yeah, so we have Orlando Pirates on match point at this stage. They are 3-1 up in the best of 7 on game 4. So if they take the next game, it is over. But I have a feeling that Limitless have something else to say about that.
Well, I know this.
We hope.
Rocket League cares nothing for your feelings, Dutch. So, but they're certainly in the ascendancy. They have a massive advantage here. But it's now... I was speaking earlier about winning being a habit. Limitless have experience of clawing their way back from these sorts of situations. Far more experience, I think, that Orlando Pirates has at closing out a series. So this is as much a mental test for Orlando Pirates as it is for Limitless, but the early pressure is all Orlando Pirates right now. Happy Meal's gonna have a shot. Nuke gets an awkward touch. It'll be picked up by Tukolafor, but he can't do much with it.
Yeah, it seems like both teams in this game are just, shooting to see what sticks. But good defensive play from Limitless. They've had a couple shots on their goal, but they've made every save so far. So definitely a spicy start in game number 5 here.
Yeah, and again, all the pressure, it's all Orlando Pirates. But now again, another touch that was somewhere between an oblique angled shot and a pass, but being not really good at either of them. And now Cola, he's following this. Can he catch up to it? He does. He goes under cams. It's awkward in front of the net, but Shadow should be able to clear this. Not really. Only as far as Cherry. Cam has to get a touch. He does. And that means Cola has to retreat. And at least the immediate danger is cleared.
Well, there's a nice fake musty there in his own half. Unfortunately, Happy Meal is there to take it off of him, though. Nuke plays it straight back towards the backboard. Gets an awkward touch. Cam gets a bump on Happy Meal, but luckily he gets back to get the ball out. That being said, Cola gets a good demo, plays it back to Cherry. Cherry just wasn't on the same wavelength, but luckily Luke is back. Good rotation there from him.
Oh, great demo. This
big
is
demo here
a goal, surely. Oh, my word. So there's a combination of things I'm seeing here. Firstly, Orlando Pirates are playing exceptionally well, but Limitless are not on their game. There's just in the first game I was talking about Pirates not quite being there. They were getting over to the Limitless half, but not really being polished on their finishing. And now we're seeing that from Limitless, where there's a passing play, but it goes over the head. There's a touch in the middle, but it goes slightly wide. They're just not complete. The synchronicity isn't there.
Yeah, it just seems like everything is going wrong for Limitless at this stage. Orlando Pirates pushing everything they have to see this out. Oh, what a redirect from Happy Meal. Shadow seeing him in the midfield, waiting for the ball. Gets a good pass to him, and Happy Meal gets a strong touch. 134 kph. Pretty much no one could save that.
That was
what a shot.
Missile. An absolute missile to get Orlando Pirates in front. And with half the game done, this is all Pirates needed in the last game. Once they scored, they didn't concede. So they will be feeling pretty confident that they can close this out.
Yeah, now it's crunch time for Limitless, really just throwing everything they have at the blue goal, just hoping something goes in and that they've got something to salvage in this game. They want to take it to game number 6, of course, but Orlando Pirates are pushing everything they have to try and make sure that doesn't go in and seeing this game out.
All right, well, it's 1:50, and that's a long time to hold on to a goal, so they will be looking for another. I don't think they're ready to park the bus and close shop. As we see from Cams with his attempted shot, Shadow's not going to get a massive shot on that, so he taps it down for Happy Meal. Happy Meal doesn't get it, and now, finally, something may be happening for Limitless. Cola trying desperately to get it round into a passing position and does not succeed. A double commit here. Cherry! The flip reset! Oh, my word, Darth Cherry! Oh, when he brings it out, Dutch, he is lethal.
Oh, man, what a play here from Darth. Just nice control there on the ball after taking it off the Orlando Pirates defender. And what a choice to make, to go for a flip reset and play it down. What an absolute beauty of a goal.
All right, they've leveled things up. Okay, so Orlando Pirates still got work to do, but Limitless still looking a little bit awkward. And now doing okay, the 50 gets won by Limitless. They can get it out. And now down, Happy Meals up, bangs it in, another pass, another shot, another goal.
Happy Meal seeming to be the one on the end of every play here and making sure that ball goes in the net. Again, what a banger of a shot. But the team chemistry in Orlando Pirates is something I've never seen before. It is so clean, it is so fast. Everyone knows what everyone's doing at every moment.
Yeah, well, we're down to this may well be our last game. Darth Cherry looking for the pass. He's in there with the bump. Nuke! He can finish it here. No! Cam, I think it was, that got it out. A great build-up play. Almost got there, but the defense of Orlando Pirates, as it has all series long, except maybe for a period in game 1, has looked really good.
That is a good read there from Cola, just making sure he gets the save. Happy Meal looked certain to get a goal there, but it's a great save. Now Limitless put on the pressure, hoping for that second goal, which they do get. What a shot there from Cherry. Nice little dunk there on the Orlando Pirates player. And man, oh man, this is 18 seconds left, and we don't actually know where this is going to go. From the neutral standpoint, we're hoping that Limitless get another one quickly and make sure that they go to game number 6.
I love that from Cherry. Went demo hunting, missed everybody, but as he came out the net, turned around and was like, oh, here's the ball. I'll just shoot it into the net. and for the level up. Are we going to see the 0-second goal again? We almost had overtime in game 1. Save the 0 goal. Oh, this is the opportunity. Who gets there first? Shadow puts it wide, and we do have a game 5 overtime.
Now it's make or break for Limitless. Next goal wins, and next goal, of course, if it's Orlando Pirates, ends the series. Limitless need to throw everything they have now to take this game and hope for a chance of redemption. But Orlando Pirates won't go easy. Cam is up in the air, gets a good air dribble, takes it over 1, takes it over 2, gets a bump on Nuke. Oh, what a play. Savage. Oh, Shadow just there to finish it off. Cam with all the work and Shadow with all the glory, man. What a play from Orlando Pirates. And it only took 20 seconds of overtime for them to see out the series.
Orlando Pirates have reversed their defeat earlier in the bracket. And I think a lot will be said about the no advantage for Limitless, but what's there is there. It's all now in the past. So what a stunningly good performance from Orlando Pirates.
Absolutely. Orlando Pirates came out to play from the very first get-go, and Limitless looked like they had the upper hand in the first half of the first game. Then obviously they took the win in the second game, but then everything just fell apart, unfortunately, and Orlando Pirates took it. If I were Limitless, though, or any player on Limitless, I would appeal for another grand final, because as double eliminations go, Limitless had no losses on their record, which means that they still had a loss to take. So, in my opinion, it should have been a double best of 7.
Well, that's, I will say this. I don't know what you're getting paid. I know what I'm getting paid. And this is certainly above whatever we're getting paid.
Absolutely, yeah. We got early cast, and that's where it ends.
We call the action as it happens. We have our opinions have limited value, not limitless value. Oh dearie me. All right, well listen, that was fun. I'm very glad I got to see this team. They are looking very dangerous, and man, what a prelude to the RLCS season coming up. And from the sound of it, we're going to have Regional 1, then VS, then Regional 2, and there'll probably be some. So there's a lot of Rocket League upcoming right before the long winter as the split ends. But the next 4, 5, 6 weeks are going to be pretty awesome on the Rocket League front.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, with VS Phase 3 in May, around the same time as RLCS, of course, it's going to be a solid couple of months coming up in the Rocket League scene, and I'm really looking forward to the fight between Nixa and Orlando Pirates for that second wildcard slot.
And then if I can do a little punt, so there are plans afoot. So the last regional is early June. And there are plans for 2 tournaments coming up after the end of the split, when the RLCS season concludes. One toward the end of June, which will be a 1v1 tournament, which is going to have about a 15,000 Rand prize pool. And then and that prize distribution will be for top 8. So it's not just top 2 or top 3 that get to share that prize pool. And then end of August, after Worlds, there's going to be a kick-ass bubble tournament, which means the top 8 of RLCS will be excluded. Everyone can enter except them. Places 9 to 12 will be invited, and then there will be 2 qualifiers for the remaining slots. There will be prize pools for both qualifiers, and then about a 30,000 Rand prize pool for the main event. So details on that to follow, but that's what's in the works. So it's not going to be a complete barren desert after the RLCS season, which is going to be fabulous.
Oh man, so much content coming our way. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant.
That is exciting.
And Dutch, thanks for inviting me, man. This was quite a jolt for a late Sunday night. Thank you.
Oh, great, bit. You have no idea how much fun I have working alongside you and casting. I mean, at this stage, I'm still just learning from the best that we have to offer, and it's every time it is just a journey and a lesson for me. So thank you for accepting. I mean,
absolute pleasure.
I could have. I could have been alone again because unfortunately with the previous stream my co-casters had load shedding issues, and then they had internet issues, and then they had hardware issues, so that was a pretty lonely stream. But I'm glad to have had you with me, and thanks for joining. Cool,
awesome
guys.
Stuff. Thank you, Dutch.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you so much for all the follows. Flex, Ginger Muzz, Proxy, Leo, thank you guys so very much for following and for everyone being here. Yes, we made 200 followers, so on to the next one. But that being said, I am going to see if we can go and raid Pyro. Absolute great guy there, Pyro. So guys, enjoy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. GG.